Today, we're diving into why good communication is absolutely essential in construction projects. Have you ever worked on a building project where things just didn't seem to go smoothly? Maybe there were delays or even safety issues that could have been avoided with better communication. That's exactly what we want to explore here. So let's start by understanding the basics. Communication is all about sharing information and ideas clearly between people involved in the construction process, from architects and engineers to contractors and subcontractors. When everyone's on the same page and understands each other's roles, the project moves forward more smoothly. But if there are misunderstandings or incomplete information being shared, that's when things can go awry. Now let's talk about why this is so crucial. Good communication helps prevent costly mistakes. For example, if a blueprint detail gets misinterpreted, it could lead to an entire section of the building having to be redone. That eats up time and money fast. It also ensures that everyone's safety is prioritized. Construction sites are inherently dangerous places where clear instructions can mean the difference between a safe day on site or someone getting hurt. Another key aspect is collaboration. When communication lines are open, team members can work together more effectively to tackle challenges as they arise. This teamwork mindset helps projects stay on track and meet deadlines without last-minute scrambles. Plus, good communication fosters trust among stakeholders. Clients feel confident that their vision is being realized accurately when there's consistent dialogue about progress and any necessary adjustments. Let's not forget the role of technology in enhancing communication too. Tools like project management software can help teams stay organized and informed. But even with these tech aids, it all comes back to those basic principles of clarity and openness. In conclusion, good communication is the backbone of successful construction projects. It keeps everyone aligned towards common goals, minimizes delays and errors, ensures safety, and builds trust among stakeholders. So next time you're involved in a construction project, make sure the lines of communication are wide open and clear. Today, we're diving into one of the most crucial aspects of project management: identifying key stakeholders and understanding their roles in ensuring your project's success. So let's get started. Imagine you're building a house. You wouldn't just focus on laying bricks without considering who else is involved, right? The same principle applies to managing projects. Identifying those key players early on can make all the difference. First up, we have sponsors. These are typically senior executives or board members who provide funding and overall direction for your project. They're like the big bosses giving you the green light and resources to get things done. Next, let's talk about team members. These are the folks directly working on your project day in and day out. From developers and designers to content creators and testers, they're essential to bringing ideas to life. Then there's your client or end user. These are the people who will benefit from your project once it's completed. Understanding their needs is critical because, at the end of the day, you're building something for them. Don't forget about suppliers either. They provide materials and resources that keep your project moving forward smoothly. Think of them as the backbone supporting all the other components. Now let's not overlook regulatory bodies. They ensure your project complies with laws and guidelines. Getting their input early can save you a ton of headaches down the line. Lastly, we have stakeholders like investors or shareholders who are interested in the financial success of your project. They want to see returns on any money they've put into it. Each stakeholder plays a unique role, and understanding these roles is key to managing expectations and ensuring everyone's goals align with yours. Remember, communication is the glue that holds all these stakeholders together. Regular updates and transparent dialogue are crucial for keeping everyone informed and engaged throughout the project lifecycle. So there you have it. Identifying those key stakeholders and understanding their roles can significantly impact your project's success. By involving them early on and maintaining open lines of communication, you're setting yourself up for a smoother journey ahead. That's all for today's lesson. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope this gives you some valuable insights to apply in your next project. Today, we're diving into an essential topic for any construction project manager: establishing clear objectives for your team. Let's imagine you're leading a crew tasked with building that high-ticket commercial space downtown. How do you ensure everyone knows what they need to achieve and stays motivated along the way? First off, it's crucial to define those objectives clearly from day one. Break them down into manageable tasks so each member understands exactly what their role is in achieving the bigger picture. For instance, if your main goal is completing the foundation by next week, make sure everyone knows which part of that they're responsible for. Next up, communication is key. Regular check-ins help keep the team on track and address any issues early. Maybe have a morning meeting or use project management software to stay in sync about progress and upcoming tasks. Now, let's not forget about feedback loops. Encouraging your team to share their thoughts and concerns creates an open environment where everyone feels valued and heard. It also helps identify potential roadblocks before they become major issues. Another important aspect is setting performance metrics. This could be measuring how quickly certain milestones are achieved or tracking the quality of work being done. Whatever you choose, make sure it's measurable so progress can be easily monitored and celebrated when goals are met. Lastly, celebrate those successes. Recognizing achievements, big and small, keeps morale high and motivates your team to keep pushing forward. Whether it's a shout-out at the next meeting or something more tangible like gift cards or bonus days off, acknowledging hard work goes a long way. So there you have it. Clear objectives set early on, regular communication, open feedback loops, measurable performance metrics, and celebrating successes along the way. With these strategies in place, your team will be well equipped to tackle even the toughest construction challenges head-on. Today, we're going to dive into some techniques for making team meetings more effective and collaborative. So let's get started by understanding why these meetings matter in the first place. When done right, they can boost productivity, foster creativity, and improve morale. But if not handled properly, they might just turn into a waste of time. Let's aim to make every meeting count. Now, one key technique is setting clear goals and objectives for each meeting. This helps everyone come prepared and focused on what needs to be accomplished. Make sure these goals align with your team's overall mission and priorities. Another important step is sending out an agenda ahead of the meeting so that participants can review it and come up with their own ideas or questions. Speaking of agendas, let's talk about how to structure meetings effectively. Start by reviewing recent progress, then move on to new topics. And don't forget to leave time for any open discussions or feedback. This structure helps keep everyone on track and ensures nothing important gets overlooked. Oh, and always aim to finish the meeting with a clear action plan so that there's no confusion about who does what next. Now, another crucial aspect is encouraging active participation from all team members. This can be challenging if some people tend to dominate conversations while others remain quiet. To address this, you might consider using techniques like round-robin discussions or assigning specific roles during the meeting. For instance, one person could be responsible for summarizing key points or another for taking notes. Collaboration is also enhanced when team members feel comfortable sharing their ideas and opinions. So make sure to create an inclusive environment where everyone feels valued and heard. This might involve using icebreakers at the beginning of meetings or incorporating fun activities that help build teamwork and camaraderie. Another technique I want to mention is leveraging technology to facilitate collaboration during meetings. Tools like Google Docs, Trello boards, or even video conferencing platforms can make it easier for team members to contribute in real time. These tools are especially useful when working remotely or with a distributed team. Lastly, don't forget about the importance of follow-up after each meeting. Send out minutes that recap what was discussed and assign specific tasks to team members. This ensures everyone stays accountable and understands their responsibilities moving forward. Regular check-ins can also help track progress and address any issues early on. So there you have it, some key techniques for making your team meetings more effective and collaborative. Remember, the goal is not just to hold a meeting, but to achieve meaningful outcomes that drive your team's success. Let's dive into something really important for any professional service provider: setting expectations through clear client contracts. When it comes to working with clients, especially high-ticket ones, having everything spelled out upfront can save you tons of headaches down the road. So let's break this down step by step. First things first, when creating a contract, start by clearly outlining what services will be provided and how they'll be delivered. This includes details like timelines, milestones, and deadlines. It might seem obvious, but getting these basics right is crucial to avoid misunderstandings later on. Next up, talk about payment terms. How much will the client pay for your services? When are payments due? What happens if there's a delay or if something goes wrong? Make sure you have a clear agreement in place so everyone knows what to expect financially. Now, let's not forget about cancellation policies and termination clauses. These can be tricky but necessary parts of any contract. Specify the conditions under which either party can cancel the agreement and how that might impact payment schedules or refunds. Another key element is confidentiality agreements if you're dealing with sensitive information. This applies to both your client's confidential details and yours as well. Make sure these are clearly defined so everyone feels secure working together. Finally, include a clause about dispute resolution. How will you handle disagreements if they come up? Having this spelled out can help keep things amicable should any issues arise. When putting all of this together, remember to use language that's clear and easy to understand for both you and your client. Avoid legal jargon unless absolutely necessary, and make sure everything is written in a way that reflects the tone and style of your business. So there you have it. By including these elements in your contracts, you'll set yourself up for smoother collaborations with your clients and fewer surprises along the way. Let's dive into managing client relationships during project phases. It's all about keeping those lines of communication open and clear, right from the start to the finish line. First things first, you want to kick off your project with a bang. Introduce yourself and your team, set expectations together, make sure everyone knows what they're working towards, and establish how often you'll be checking in. Think of it like laying down the foundation for a great partnership. As you move into the planning phase, don't forget about those regular check-ins. These aren't just for updates, they're chances to collaborate on ideas, troubleshoot any hiccups early on, and build trust with your client. It's all about showing that you value their input and are working together as a team. When it comes to the execution phase, transparency is key. Share progress regularly, celebrate successes big and small, address challenges head-on, and keep those lines of communication open. This shows your client that you're on top of things and care about delivering quality work. Lastly, during the final stages and post-delivery review, gather feedback from your client. Ask for their thoughts on how everything went and what could be improved next time. This not only helps you learn but also leaves a positive impression with your client. So remember, managing relationships is all about clear communication, showing empathy towards your client's needs, and working together to achieve success. Today, we're diving into how to identify and address conflicts early on in any project you take on. Understanding this step is crucial because it can save you time, money, and headaches down the line. Let's start by looking at what types of conflicts might arise when working with teams or projects. First off, communication issues are a biggie. Misunderstandings between team members can snowball into bigger problems if left unchecked. Another common conflict is around resources: who gets access to high-ticket items first. Lastly, there's the ever-present issue of differing opinions and priorities within the group. Now that we've covered some typical conflicts, let's talk about how to spot them early on. Start by setting clear goals and expectations from day one. This way everyone knows what they're working towards, and can see any discrepancies as soon as they arise. Regular check-ins are also key. Make sure you're meeting with your team regularly so nothing slips through the cracks. When a conflict does crop up, tackle it head-on rather than sweeping it under the rug. Bring the parties involved together to discuss their concerns openly and honestly. It's important to listen carefully to both sides before jumping into problem-solving mode. Once everyone has shared their perspectives, work together to find common ground and a mutually acceptable solution. Remember, compromise is crucial here. No one gets everything they want every time. Lastly, keep an eye on the nitty-gritty details of project management, too. Small issues can escalate if not addressed early enough, so stay vigilant and proactive in your approach. In conclusion, identifying conflicts early and addressing them effectively is vital for any successful project or team dynamic. By setting clear expectations, maintaining open communication lines, and being quick to resolve disagreements as they arise, you'll create a more cohesive and productive environment overall. Let's dive right into mediation techniques for resolving team disputes. Imagine you're in a meeting where everyone is passionate about their ideas, but tensions are running high. Mediation can help smooth things out and get back on track. First up, we start with active listening. This means really paying attention to what each person is saying without interrupting or jumping to conclusions. It shows respect for all viewpoints and helps build understanding. When someone speaks, make sure you're nodding and maintaining eye contact to signal that you're engaged. Next, it's about summarizing the issues clearly. Once everyone has shared their points of view, take a moment to summarize what you've heard from each side. This step ensures no one feels misunderstood or left out. It's like putting all the puzzle pieces on the table so everyone can see them together. Now comes the tricky part, identifying common ground. Look for areas where everyone agrees and build on those points. This helps shift the focus from differences to shared goals, making it easier to find a solution that works for everybody. Another key technique is encouraging empathy. When team members understand each other's perspectives, they are more likely to work together towards a resolution. You can do this by asking questions like, "Can you see why Sarah feels frustrated about this?" This helps everyone connect on an emotional level and fosters collaboration. Lastly, we need to focus on creative problem solving. Brainstorming alternative solutions is crucial here. Instead of just arguing about who's right or wrong, ask the team to come up with new ideas that address all concerns. It's like thinking outside the box together to find a win-win situation for everyone involved. To wrap it up, these mediation techniques help turn disagreements into opportunities for growth and teamwork. By listening actively, summarizing issues clearly, finding common ground, encouraging empathy, and creatively solving problems, you can lead your team through disputes smoothly and effectively. Today, we're diving into an essential topic that can make a huge difference in how safe our workplace is, making sure everyone understands our safety protocols. It's like having a well-oiled machine where each part knows its job and works together seamlessly. So, let's start by understanding why clear communication is so important. When everyone knows what to do during an emergency, or when faced with potential hazards, we reduce the risk of accidents happening. First things first, we need to identify our stakeholders. Who are we talking about here? Well, it could be employees, contractors, visitors, even suppliers. Each group might require a slightly different approach depending on how familiar they are with our organization's safety rules. For instance, regular staff members may already know some basics, but might still benefit from refresher training or updates to existing protocols. Next up is choosing the right communication methods. We need to think about what works best for each stakeholder group. Some folks might prefer written materials like brochures or emails, while others could learn better through interactive sessions or videos. The key here is variety and accessibility, ensuring that no matter how someone likes to receive information, they can access it easily. Now, let's talk about making our safety protocols as clear and understandable as possible. We need to break down complex procedures into simple steps using easy-to-understand language. Visual aids like diagrams or infographics can help illustrate processes visually, which is great for those who are visual learners. Also, don't forget about translations if we have a diverse workforce where English might not be everyone's first language. Training sessions are another crucial component in getting our safety protocols across to all stakeholders. These should be engaging and interactive rather than just lectures or boring PowerPoint presentations. Think about incorporating quizzes or role-playing exercises that make learning fun and practical. Remember, it's important to tailor these training sessions so they resonate with different learning styles and preferences. Finally, let's not forget about regular reviews and updates. Safety protocols aren't set in stone. As our workplace evolves, so might the risks we face. Regular check-ins help us stay on top of any changes and ensure that everyone is still up to date with current safety procedures. These could be annual or biannual events, depending on how frequently things change. In conclusion, clear communication about safety protocols is vital for creating a safe working environment for all stakeholders involved. By identifying our audience, choosing appropriate communication methods, simplifying the information provided, engaging in interactive training sessions, and regularly reviewing and updating our protocols, we can significantly improve safety awareness across the board. Let's dive into today's topic: reporting incidents and maintaining compliance records. Now, this isn't just another checkbox on your to-do list. It's an essential part of keeping everyone safe and legal in your workplace. First off, let's talk about incidents. When something goes wrong, a slip, trip, fall, or any kind of accident that happens at work, you need to report it right away. Don't wait for someone else to do it. It's crucial to capture the details while they're fresh in your mind and make sure you note everything down accurately. Now, when you're reporting an incident, think about these key pieces of information. What happened? Where did it happen? Who was involved? When did it occur? How did it happen? Also, don't forget to include any witnesses or relevant details. This helps paint a clear picture and ensures nothing gets missed in the investigation. Once you've got your incident report filled out, make sure it's submitted promptly according to your company's procedures. Whether that's through an online system or paper forms, consistency is key here. It's important to maintain accurate records of these reports so they can be reviewed regularly for trends and potential improvements. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about maintaining compliance records. This involves keeping track of all the documents related to your company's legal obligations, things like safety training certificates, insurance policies, or permits needed for specific tasks. Think of it as having a filing cabinet of important papers that you need to reference quickly when necessary. To keep this organized, consider setting up a digital system where everything is stored securely and easily accessible. Maybe use folders named clearly with dates and descriptions so anyone can find what they're looking for without trouble. Regular audits are also helpful to ensure nothing falls through the cracks over time. Lastly, make sure you review these compliance records regularly, perhaps quarterly or annually, depending on your industry's requirements. This way, you stay ahead of any upcoming deadlines or changes in regulations that might affect your business operations. In summary, reporting incidents accurately and maintaining up-to-date compliance records are vital components of a safe and legally compliant workplace. By staying on top of these tasks, you're not just ticking boxes, you're helping to create a safer environment for everyone involved. That's it for today's lesson. Today, we're diving into how to craft those perfect emails that keep your project moving smoothly without dragging anyone down. Imagine an email so clear and concise, it feels like you're having a face-to-face chat with your team. Let's break this down step by step. First things first, start strong with a clear subject line. Make sure it gives recipients a quick glimpse of what they'll find inside, something like Project X updates, key milestones achieved. This sets the tone and lets them know right away that the email is important. Next, open your email with a concise summary or overview. Think of this as setting up the stage for your updates. For instance, you might say, "We've hit several milestones in Project Y, including meeting our deadline and securing high-ticket clients." This gives everyone a sense of accomplishment and sets the context. Now comes the nitty-gritty detailing those updates. Keep each point brief but informative. Use bullet points to make information easy to scan and digest. For example, completed Phase 2 ahead of schedule, secured funding for upcoming phases, identified potential roadblocks early on after listing your updates. Include any action items or next steps. This helps keep everyone accountable and moving forward. You could say something like, "Next up, let's address the identified risks during our meeting this Thursday." Don't forget to wrap it all up with a closing remark that reinforces the positive momentum. A sentence such as, "Great job, team, looking forward to seeing these updates come to fruition," will leave them feeling motivated and ready for what's next. Lastly, remember to keep your email under 2 screens worth of text. The goal is clarity and brevity, so it's easy to read and respond to quickly. And there you have it. By following these tips, you'll be writing concise, impactful emails that keep everyone in the loop without bogging them down with unnecessary details. Today, we're going to dive into drafting formal reports and presentations for key decision makers. Let's break it down step by step so you can create compelling content that really stands out. First off, know your audience. Tailor your report or presentation to the specific needs of those high-ticket decision makers. Understand what drives them, what challenges they're facing, and how your information can help solve their problems. Next up, structure your document logically. Start with an executive summary, giving a clear overview of your findings and recommendations. Then dive into detailed sections: introduction, methodology, analysis, and conclusions. Make sure each section flows smoothly to the next, guiding your readers seamlessly through the content. When it comes to writing style, keep it concise and clear. Use bullet points, headings, and subheadings to break up text and make key information easy to digest. Avoid jargon unless you're certain everyone understands it. Visuals are crucial too. Include charts, graphs, tables, or images that support your points. These visuals will help decision makers quickly grasp the nitty-gritty details of your analysis. Finally, don't forget about recommendations. Clearly state what actions should be taken based on your findings. Make sure these are actionable and realistic. So there you have it, a step-by-step guide to crafting formal reports and presentations that key decision makers will find invaluable. Today, we're diving into how project management software can help us coordinate teams more effectively. Imagine you're managing a high-ticket project with multiple moving parts, and it's crucial that everyone is on the same page. Well, project management tools are like having a digital whiteboard where all team members can see what needs to be done, who's doing it, and when it's due. First off, let's talk about how these tools help us track progress. With features like task lists, timelines, and milestone markers, you can easily visualize the project's status at any given time. This transparency is key because team members know exactly where they stand in the process and what comes next. Plus, it helps prevent those dreaded "where are we" meetings by having all the information readily available. Another big advantage of these tools is communication. Many offer chat functionality or integrated messaging features right within the project management platform. This means that discussions about tasks, deadlines, or any other project-related topics stay centralized and don't get lost in general email threads or different apps. It's like having a dedicated channel for your team to quickly share updates and collaborate. But wait, there's more. Project management software can also help with resource allocation and scheduling. You can assign specific tasks based on each team member's availability and expertise. This ensures that everyone is working at their best capacity without overloading anyone's plate. And if someone needs additional support or has a sudden change in workload, you can quickly adjust the schedule to accommodate it. Now, let's not forget about documentation. Keeping track of project documents, meeting minutes, and other important files becomes much easier with cloud-based storage options integrated into these tools. This way, everyone always has access to the most up-to-date versions of all necessary files without having to worry about version control or file synchronization issues. So there you have it. Leveraging project management software can streamline your team's coordination efforts significantly. From tracking progress and facilitating communication to managing resources and keeping documentation organized, these tools offer a comprehensive solution for efficient project management. Today, we're diving into how digital tools can really streamline information flow in our classrooms and beyond. Imagine having all your resources at your fingertips, ready to share with just a click of a button. That's the power we're tapping into here. First off, let's talk about cloud storage platforms like Google Drive or Dropbox. These are incredible for sharing documents instantly and keeping everything organized in one place. No more emailing files back and forth or worrying about version control. Just drag and drop your files into shared folders and watch collaboration happen seamlessly. Next up is communication tools such as Slack or Microsoft Teams. These platforms help you stay connected with colleagues, students, even parents all in real time. You can create channels for specific topics or projects, making it easy to keep everyone informed without cluttering their inbox. Plus, the ability to share files directly within these chat interfaces saves time and keeps everything neatly together. Emails are still a big part of our communication strategy, but think about using them more strategically with tools like SaneBox or UnrollMe. These services help you manage your email flow by organizing important emails and moving less urgent ones into separate folders, making it easier to focus on what truly matters right away. Then, there's the power of calendars. Google Calendar is a favorite here because not only can you schedule appointments, but also share schedules with others for better coordination. You can even set up recurring events or reminders, ensuring nothing falls through the cracks. Not to be forgotten are learning management systems like Canvas or Blackboard. These platforms bring together all your course materials in one place, making it easy for students to access everything they need from assignments and lectures to discussion forums and quizzes. It's a digital hub that keeps everyone on track. Lastly, don't overlook the importance of feedback tools such as Google Forms or SurveyMonkey. Quickly gather opinions, assessments, or even grades with these tools and use them to inform your teaching strategies in real time. This instant feedback loop is invaluable for both you and your students. So there you have it. By integrating these digital tools into your workflow, you can streamline information flow significantly, saving time and boosting productivity. Whether it's sharing documents, communicating effectively, managing emails, coordinating schedules, or collecting feedback, these tools provide the backbone needed to keep everything moving smoothly in our increasingly digital world. Remember, the key is to pick the tools that work best for your specific needs and integrate them seamlessly into your existing processes. Happy integrating! Today, we're diving into an important topic: how to address community concerns and engage local stakeholders effectively. Let's break this down step by step so you can understand each component clearly. First off, it's crucial to identify who your key stakeholders are. Think about the various groups in your community, from residents to business owners, local organizations, and even government officials. Once you've identified them, you need to reach out and start building relationships based on trust and open communication. Next up is understanding their concerns. This isn't just a one-time thing, it's an ongoing process where listening plays a key role. You can gather insights through surveys, meetings, or informal conversations. The goal here is to get the nitty-gritty details that will help you address each group's specific needs and challenges. With this information in hand, it's time to develop strategies tailored for different stakeholders. For instance, high-ticket items might require more formal presentations, while community groups could benefit from participatory workshops or focus groups. Tailoring your approach ensures everyone feels valued and heard. Another important aspect is transparency and accountability. Keep stakeholders informed about progress regularly through newsletters, town hall meetings, or social media updates. This keeps the lines of communication open and builds trust over time. Lastly, don't forget to celebrate successes together. Recognizing milestones and achievements strengthens community bonds and encourages ongoing engagement. So there you have it, a framework for addressing community concerns and engaging local stakeholders effectively. By following these steps, you can foster a collaborative environment where everyone feels involved and invested in the outcome. Today, we're diving into an important topic for any professional: how to handle media interactions and manage crisis communications effectively. Let's talk about why this is crucial, especially when dealing with high-profile situations or potential crises. Media interactions can really set the tone for how your organization is perceived by stakeholders, customers, and the public at large. First things first, understanding your audience is key. Whether you're talking to a journalist, blogger, or social media influencer, tailor your message to resonate with their interests and concerns. Be clear and concise in your responses, but also provide enough detail to address questions thoroughly. Remember, journalists are looking for compelling stories that will engage their readers or viewers. Now, let's move on to crisis communications. A crisis can come from anywhere: a product defect, leadership scandal, environmental incident, you name it. The first step is to assess the situation quickly and determine what information needs to be shared immediately. Transparency builds trust with your audience, so even if all the details aren't known yet, communicate that you're working on getting more facts together. When crafting your message during a crisis, focus on key points. Acknowledge the issue, share any immediate steps being taken, reassure stakeholders about ongoing efforts, and provide contact information for further updates. It's also important to be proactive in sharing this information. Don't wait for media or customers to seek you out first. This shows leadership and responsibility. Another crucial aspect is training your team on how to handle media inquiries consistently across all departments. Develop a clear set of guidelines that everyone understands, so there are no mixed messages going out to the public. Regular drills can also help prepare staff for real-life scenarios, making them more confident in their responses during actual crises. Lastly, remember to follow up and keep stakeholders informed as new developments arise. This continuous communication helps maintain trust even after initial information has been shared. By staying on top of your messaging and remaining accessible, you'll foster a positive relationship with the media and public alike. In conclusion, handling media interactions and managing crisis communications requires preparation, clear messaging, transparency, and proactive engagement. With these strategies in place, organizations can navigate challenging situations effectively while maintaining strong relationships with their audience. Today, we're diving into the world of leadership messages and how they can inspire our teams to reach new heights. Imagine your team as a ship, navigating through choppy waters towards success. The captain's words, that's your leadership message, steer the direction and morale of the crew. When crafted well, these messages not only guide but also ignite passion and drive. So let's start by understanding what makes an effective leadership message. Firstly, it needs to be clear and concise. Your team should instantly grasp the purpose and goals you're communicating. Next, authenticity plays a crucial role. Share your genuine emotions and personal experiences. This builds trust and connection with your team members. Always remember that transparency fuels motivation. When people know what's going on, they feel valued and part of something bigger. Now, let's talk about how to craft these messages for maximum impact. Start by identifying the key points you want to convey. Prioritize them based on urgency and importance. Then, structure your message around a central theme or goal that ties everything together cohesively. Use stories or anecdotes to make abstract ideas more relatable and tangible. For instance, sharing a success story of another team member can inspire others to step up their game. Another important aspect is timing. Deliver your messages at the right moment, perhaps after achieving milestones or when facing challenges. This timing helps align everyone's efforts towards common goals. Also, consider frequency. Regular updates keep morale high and ensure everyone stays informed and motivated. Lastly, don't forget about feedback. Encourage open dialogue, where team members can share their thoughts and suggestions freely. When you listen actively to these insights, it shows respect for each individual's contributions and fosters a collaborative environment. In conclusion, effective leadership messages are powerful tools that inspire teams to excel by providing clear direction, building trust through authenticity, and encouraging engagement through feedback. By mastering these elements, leaders can transform their teams into high-performing units driven by passion and purpose. Let's dive right into coaching team members for continuous improvement. First off, it's important to understand that coaching isn't just about pointing out what's wrong. It's also about highlighting strengths and providing actionable feedback to help your team grow. So when you're sitting down with someone to discuss their performance, start by acknowledging the good things they've done. Next, delve into areas where there might be room for improvement. Use specific examples to illustrate these points. For instance, if a team member has been hitting their targets consistently, talk about why that's happening and brainstorm strategies together to address it. Remember, your role as coach is to support them in finding solutions rather than just pointing out problems. It's also crucial to set goals for improvement. These should be clear, measurable, and achievable within a certain time frame. For example, you might say something like, "Over the next month, let's aim to increase productivity by 10%. By setting these goals together, you're creating accountability and giving your team members something concrete to work towards. Another key aspect of coaching is regular check-ins. Schedule brief meetings every week or so to discuss progress and make adjustments as needed. This helps keep everyone on track without feeling overwhelmed. During these sessions, ask questions like, "What challenges have you faced this week?" Or "How can we support you better?" Finally, remember to celebrate successes along the way. Recognizing achievements, big and small, boosts morale and motivates your team members further. So whether it's hitting a milestone or improving their skills, make sure to acknowledge these wins. In conclusion, coaching for continuous improvement is all about fostering growth through supportive feedback, setting clear goals, maintaining regular communication, and celebrating successes together. Thank you so much for completing our course on communication strategies for construction managers. Throughout this journey together, we've covered a wide range of topics, from understanding the importance of communication to developing leadership skills that inspire and motivate your teams. We started by learning how crucial it is to communicate effectively with all stakeholders in construction projects and identifying their roles towards project success. Then, we delved into building strong team communication by setting clear objectives and conducting productive meetings. We also explored ways to manage client relationships and set expectations through contracts. One of the most important lessons was about resolving conflicts early on and using mediation techniques to address disputes within teams. Ensuring safety standards are communicated clearly and maintaining compliance records were other key takeaways. In addition, we learned how to write effective emails and formal reports that provide actionable information for decision makers. The course also highlighted how technology can enhance communication in construction management through project management software and digital tools. Managing public relations during projects by addressing community concerns and handling media interactions was another valuable topic covered. Lastly, developing leadership skills to inspire teams and coaching them for continuous improvement rounded off our comprehensive curriculum. These strategies are essential for any construction manager aiming to excel in their role. As you move forward with these new communication skills, remember that effective communication is at the heart of successful construction projects. Apply what you've learned and see how it can transform your team's performance and client satisfaction. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors and encourage you to reach out if you have any questions or need further assistance. Don't forget to leave a review and share your thoughts on the course. Your feedback is invaluable for improving our offerings. Thank you again for being part of this learning journey.